Hey guys, let's do a quick shave. Got a new soap in from the Halloween series that Dr. Jon's did, Victory or Death, and it's kind of patterned after the Wolfman with animalistic notes, musk, dark. Those are the description. That's the description text that they give you for this one. We know it's going to be a good base because Dr. Jon's is a good performing soap in my opinion. Vegetarian soap. We're going to keep trying the Personna Israeli Red, this time in the Karve Christopher Bradley, but a smooth head, the A plate, solid bar A, which I haven't used in a while, but I just figured, hey, this blade might do well with that. And then the Bully Boy from Alpha, the handle from Alpha Shaving, and the knot is from Thader. Thader 2 band, and it's actually been soaking all night. I was so tired from driving that I kind of fell asleep instead of using the brush in my shave and instead of shaving. So let's get to it. Give some water on my face. Oh, let's load up before I get my hands wet. Put the blade. I am really tired, not too much sleep, so this may not be the most coherent shave. Also, this A plate is one of the first ones I got, and so you can see what a hand polished surface looks like and what a surface which has its natural patina after quite a while looks like. And this handle is more on the new side, just a few months old as well. A plate. All right, now let me get my face wet. Okay, Dr. Jon's is a thirsty soap. And this hasn't been used, like I said, bought new. He did a series of 3. I think the Mummy, and then I know the other one was the Vampire, or Dracula. I did buy the other Dracula one, but the Mummy one didn't really sound like me. All right, let's 30 seconds of loading. Let's see how that does. Shake out much of the water. And 0 rolled around right there, so that looks like a good time to start at 30 seconds. I haven't used Dr. Jon's in a little while. He does seasonal offerings. We definitely have some early sudsy lather popping up at the front here. So that's 30 seconds. Plenty of water in the brush to activate the soap, it looks like. Now we can, doesn't really smell all that dark, but I do kind of smell the muskiness. A little bit longer than a day of growth, maybe a day and a half. Been a while since I used this brush. I've kind of had it hidden away, and I can't remember what exactly. Maybe this one. I wonder if it has a little too much backbone, and I just need to keep using it. Maybe that's what's up. The handle might be a little on the heavy side. And it started to feel kind of dry right away. So let's just shoot in some water, 2 teaspoons. Now, since this is a new soap that has come out, I assume he made it in his version 3 base. I'll have to check and make sure. There is kind of a dark, almost blue sweetness, if you will, that is coming now that it's in lather form. Let me pause for a moment and rinse off what's on my face here. I didn't rinse it off fully, but I didn't want any concentrated oils or anything like that to give me any kind of skin issues. It doesn't normally happen, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure. I didn't want to have that be confused as a razor rash or anything like that. I know this brush has nice soft tips, and so I'm not going to get any brush burns, so I could eliminate that. We've got 3 teaspoons of water in the soap now, and it's looking like a nice lather. Got some fluidity to it, a little bit. Just mix it for a little while longer. Just to make sure. Yeah, I get the muskiness. So this has some pretty cool artwork with the Wolfman's head and kind of circa World War II propaganda mashup between the Wolfman and the World War II. I think it's pretty cool looking. And that theme of the mashup style artwork is common with the 3, Dracula, Mummy, and Wolfman. So Victory or Death is the Wolfman. I bought the Dracula one too because it sounded interesting. It said maybe there was a little bit of an iron note and a hint of floral in there. Let's use this right now. In a way it looks a little bit too dry, but I'd like to go ahead and try it. Face wet. I didn't rinse fully from that early lather I put on my face, and so it's still nice and slick. Brush feels really nice. It doesn't splay as easily as some of my other brushes, but it might be something that improves. It's better with time. Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's probably what the reservation I had about this brush. Yeah, it looks like the lather could use a little bit more water. Overshot my brush because I was Wasn't paying attention. Just added half a teaspoon there to the brush. It made a little bit of a difference. All right. I'm not going to get the lather perfect because I kind of want to go back to bed. All right, is Rayleigh red? Let's see how you do with a mild A plate. A tiny bit of kind of feel in an almost tuggy sort of way, but it's probably because of the extra days of growth, the extra long stubble that I have today. So you can hear it, but in most cases especially in most areas of my face, I'm not feeling it as tugginess. And that will do for the first pass, because that's just what first passes are for, to kind of clear the way. As I rinsed, I got the typical symptoms of a lather that really wants more water. The moisture in my hands as I brought that up to my face just made the lather that kind of came in contact with my hands and on the surface of my skin, it just kind of made it explode. I could just feel it energizing and switching and turning more into better lather. And so I put a teaspoon and a half into the bowl here, and the lather is going to be even better. So we're looking at 5.5 teaspoons of water used. All right. Yeah, see, that looks great. Feels really slick. Oh man, that's moving like the razors on ice skates. Just excellent glide. That's amazing. That is the difference between a lather that is too dry, but it'll get the job done, versus one that is made for the job, made to excel at the job. The A seems to be a very good base plate to use for the Israeli red. It's not a brand new blade anymore. Maybe it's got 7 shaves on it, somewhere around there. All right. This is a lightly scented soap. Many of Dr. Jon's are. I do like the soap formulation, but the complaint I have had about a few of his are that the scents were just too light to really enjoy. Now, I'm going to say 4 out of 10. It's right on the verge. It really is. It almost makes I'm getting an enjoyable whiff of it now, but it doesn't really linger when, like, in between shaves, in between passes, that kind of thing. As I think about the first couple of passes, the scent is, it's hard to remember, maybe because it's on the light side. Oh, now there was a musky waft up to my nose, definitely earning that scent notes mention. And now a quick, because of the slick, third pass. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is a very good razor and blade pairing. If I can do that direction stroke at the third pass and have almost no tug, because there's a slight against the grain nature to that particular stroke on that part of my neck. Plus, the razor head is ice cold. Well, very cold. And it's kind of being, that is causing it to be a soothing element. If you've never tried that, and you sometimes might like a little bit of a soothing feel, I can imagine it's almost like a boxer after they've put that metal thing on his swelling to reduce the swelling, that metal thing that's been sitting in an ice bucket or whatever. I imagine that's akin to what it might be to reduce inflammation and add soothing. Face feels great. I feel zero irritation, razor burn, nothing like that. Well, I'll tell you what, I like the scent. I am able to get a good whiff of it during the shave. I might like a little bit more, but it really is a good one. He described it using concepts rather than scent notes. And that's kind of what I am able to bring to the table as well. I like it. I really do. It almost has a wild cherry type aspect to it. It doesn't immediately jump out at you like that, but if I try to figure out what's in it, I smell that kind of a spiciness like you might get with a wild cherry experience, and the muskiness works well with that kind of spiciness. But then there's something back there, maybe a little bit on the sweet side, but not sweet enough to say, hey, well, this is a sweet fragrance. No, it's just adding some contrast to the muskiness. And so that must be what he mentioned when he said dark scent. Be my guess. I think I like it. I think I really like it. Probably would enjoy the aftershave. I'm sure it would be stronger in the scent department. Well, 30 seconds of loading has got us a good bit of lather, so I don't need to do that in the future with this soap base. 2 extra passes, probably 3 here in the bowl. Really nice. You know, something also that has a little bit of a wild cherry perception to it, even though there's no cherry in this mix, apparently, is Tuscany. Cypress is in there, and some spices, and something else, orchid, I believe, and it all kind of adds up to my nose to be kind of a wild cherry, and so I figured, hey, this looks appropriate for a good match to today's shave. Totally didn't remember that I had it with me. I left my face a little wet because the alcohol splashes from Stirling can sometimes leave me a little bit irritated. If I wait a couple hours, let's say I want to wear one of these in good strengths, and there are a few that I have to wait a few hours to put on because maybe my skin is able to rebound from the shave enough to where it can handle the, I don't know if it's the scent oils or the alcohol strength, I'm not sure, but then I'm fine if I wait. Yeah, that matches. This has more of a fruity, that orchid is coming into play more. It's not as animalistic, but it's definitely a match, a nice, there's some continuity, a natural flow between this soap and the Tuscany aftershave. All right, well, that experience with Dr. Jon's Wolfman soap was excellent. The slickness was really good. The water that I added at the end was a perfect amount. It landed in a really good place, slick and creamy, and luxurious feel during the rinses. Razor glide, as I mentioned, was smooth and fast. Very good. I really enjoy the scent. I'm going to keep this around for some more shaves. It does not immediately jump out at you. It kind of warms up to you, and I think it's a neat one to savor and enjoy part of the notes. Enjoy smelling something different each time because it doesn't present its whole self to you in a really obvious way at first. And the Tuscany is going very well with it, the aftershave. So the combination with that blade and the razor, the Israeli red with the Karve plate, fabulous. Really good. All right, well, that's it for this shave. I hope there's something in this one that helps you guys out. Take care. Good night.